You were taught that explaining yourself makes you mature, that good men clarify, that strong men justify their intentions. But reality operates by a different law. The more you explain yourself, the weaker you appear. Not because your reasons are wrong, but because explanation places you beneath judgment. Every explanation quietly asks for approval. Every justification silently admits doubt. Power does not seek understanding. Power assumes compliance. This is the paradox no one warns you about. The moment you feel the urge to explain, you have already surrendered leverage. Tonight, this illusion ends. Tonight, you understand why silence has always belonged to kings and explanation to those who answer to them. From the moment you were young, you were conditioned to explain yourself. Explain to parents, explain to teachers, explain to bosses, explain to people who already made up their minds. You were praised for it, rewarded for it, trained into obedience through language. And slowly, explanation became automatic. A reflex, an instinct. You never questioned it because it felt polite, civilized, correct. But what feels normal is not always harmless. This habit did something subtle to your psychology. It taught you to seek permission before standing firm. And power never belongs to those who ask. At first, nothing seems wrong. You explain, people listen, life continues, but slowly the tone changes. Your explanations invite questions, your clarity invites challenges, your openness invites entitlement. People stop accepting your decisions, they start negotiating them. They don't confront you openly, they test you. And each time you explain again, you confirm something dangerous, that your authority is conditional. Power never survives condition. Explanation opens a door. Once opened, it never fully closes. Now people expect access to your reasoning. They demand clarity. They feel entitled to answers. Disagreement becomes normal. Resistance becomes casual. You feel something slipping, but you can't name it. This is how power leaks, not through rebellion, but through familiarity. The moment people feel comfortable questioning you, they stop fearing consequences. And fear, quiet, respectful fear, has always protected authority. History has seen this pattern repeat endlessly. The ruler who explained was challenged. The ruler who justified was resisted. The ruler who stayed silent was obeyed. Not because he was kinder, but because he was unreadable. Silence forces assumption. An assumption always favors power. An assumption always favors power. When people don't know your limits, they hesitate. Hesitation is dominance, and dominance never needs words. Machiavelli did not study morality. He studied outcomes. He observed princes who were loved and princes who were obeyed. And the difference was never kindness, it was restraint. The rulers who spoke too much revealed too much. They exposed their fears, their doubts, their limits. But the rulers who remained silent forced others to guess. And people always guess wrong when power refuses to explain itself. Machiavelli understood this clearly. Authority weakens the moment it becomes transparent. Mystery protects power. Silence preserves it. This is where most men fail. They confuse honesty with strength. They confuse openness with control. Power was never meant to be visible. It was meant to be felt. Silence does something words never can. It removes certainty. When you explain, people know where you stand. When you remain silent, they are forced to imagine. And imagination magnifies power. This is why silence feels uncomfortable. It creates imbalance. The other person starts speaking more. Revealing more, exposing themselves. Meanwhile, you remain still. This is not passivity. This is psychological positioning. The man who speaks less controls the emotional temperature of the room, and the one who controls the temperature controls the interaction. Powerful men don't dominate conversations. They dominate outcomes. The human mind cannot tolerate uncertainty. It demands answers. When answers are denied, the mind fills the gap on its own, and it never fills it with weakness. Silence forces projection. People project authority, control, confidence onto those who do not explain themselves. This is why powerful men appear intimidating without saying a word. They are not threatening. They are unreadable. Unpredictability is frightening. Predictability is exploitable. The moment people understand you completely, they stop respecting you. Silence keeps your edges sharp. It keeps others cautious, and caution is obedience in disguise. This is the moment the dynamic changes. When you stop explaining, others feel it immediately. They speak faster. They justify themselves. They grow nervous. You haven't attacked. You haven't confronted. Yet the balance has shifted. Now they seek your reaction, your validation, your approval, your approval. Silence flips the chase. Those who once demanded answers now want reassurance. And all you did was nothing. Power is not force, it is positioning. Silence creates gravity. When you no longer chase understanding, people move toward you. They adjust their behavior. Their tone softens, their posture changes, because authority has returned to its rightful place. The man who does not need to be understood cannot be manipulated. He cannot be rushed. He cannot be rushed. He cannot be pressured. Others orbit him because he does not orbit them. This is how power quietly reasserts itself, not through dominance, through detachment, through detachment. Here is the truth most men are never told. The man who explains himself is already being controlled. Every explanation gives others access to your inner reasoning, your motives, your pressure points. Once they see inside you, they know where to push. But the man who remains silent cannot be entered. He cannot be negotiated with emotionally. He cannot be cornered psychologically. This is the moment reality breaks. Power was never about being right. It was about being unreachable. The most dangerous man in the room is not the loudest. It is the one who gives nothing away. Silence feels dangerous to weak men because silence removes feedback, and without feedback, they don't know who they are. They rely on reaction to confirm existence, approval to confirm worth, response to confirm relevance. Silence strips all of that. This is why people provoke you when you stop explaining. They want emotion, anger, defensiveness, anything to regain control. But when you give them nothing, their tactics collapse. The man who does not react cannot be manipulated. Once you stop explaining, people change, not immediately, but inevitably. They soften their tone, they choose their words carefully. They hesitate before challenging you, because silence introduces risk. They don't know what you're thinking. They don't know where they stand. And uncertainty forces respect. This is the moment power returns, not loudly, quietly. Authority does not announce itself. It settles into the room and rearranges behavior without permission. This is not arrogance. It is discipline. You are not silent to punish others. You are silent to protect yourself. Your thoughts are not public property. Your reasoning is not entertainment. Your decisions are not up for debate. You speak when it strengthens your position. You stay silent when it preserves it. Power is not emotional. Power is selective. The moment you stop trying to be understood is the moment you start being respected. Not everyone deserves an explanation. Explanations are expensive. They cost energy. They cost leverage. Only those who stand beside you deserve insight into your reasoning. Mentors, allies, partners who have proven loyalty. Everyone else receives results, outcomes, distance. This boundary changes everything. The moment you stop overgiving clarity, your presence becomes heavier, and heavy presence is the foundation of authority. Now return to the beginning. The paradox you heard at the start was never a theory. The more you explain yourself, the less powerful you become. Now you understand why. Explanation invites judgment. Judgment invites negotiation. Negotiation dissolves authority. Silence does the opposite. Silence ends debate before it begins. It closes doors without slamming them. It commands without announcing. This is why powerful men appear calm. They are not calm by nature. They are calm by strategy. They learned early that words are liabilities unless used with precision. When you speak less, every word becomes heavier. People listen differently. They lean in. They wait. Silence trains others to treat your voice as rare, and rarity always creates value. This is why powerful men pause before speaking, not to think, but to remind the room that words come from them, not on demand. They are never rushed, never pulled, never pressured, because silence has already established dominance. Power does not react. Reaction is emotional, and emotion is predictable. Predictable men are controllable men. This is why silence terrifies manipulators. They need response. They need feedback. Without it, their influence collapses. Power waits. Power observes. Power moves only when the outcome is guaranteed. This is not coldness. This is clarity. When you stop reacting, you remove yourself from the game others designed to control you. Here is the final distinction. The man who explains himself will always be questioned. The man who stays silent will always be watched. One is exposed. The other is observed. Observation creates curiosity. Curiosity creates caution. Caution creates respect. This is why silence elevates you without effort. You are no longer competing for attention. You become the reference point, and people always adjust themselves around what they cannot read. From this moment forward, you move differently. You speak less. You observe more. You stop explaining yourself to people who have no authority over your life. You let silence do the heavy lifting. This is not withdrawal. This is elevation. You are not becoming distant. You are becoming unreachable. And unreachable men cannot be controlled. If this message resonated with you, comment below. I move in silence. Like this video if you are done over-explaining. Subscribe for more lessons in power, psychology, and self-mastery. Your authority begins now. So, mastery, your authority begins.